I just want to kind of get into it, get everything started, and kind of jump into the topic for today. So, the topics kind of changed a little bit throughout the course of the week based off of different experience and things I've been going throughout the week. Um, the last 2 weeks, I've really been challenging myself to grow in the sense of doing things that I normally wouldn't do, in terms of speaking my mind a little bit more, being more upfront with people, and just learning to navigate through my own emotions and not making quick decisions. It's been a very evolving day, week, month. It's just really been kind of like tests and trials, and I feel like I'm definitely growing, because one thing I do know about life, and I know that the Bible also reflects it, is that when you're growing and when you're changing and you're doing it for the better, more and more tests come your way to try to get you to go backwards, to try to get you to be back the person you was, or make the exact same mistakes you've done before. And that's kind of how it's been for me the last 2 weeks. It's like I make a step forward, but then all these tests come along and it's like, hey, go this way or go that way. And I've been making sure I really sit back and think before I make any choice or make any decision, so that I know it's the best for me and where I'm trying to go with my life. One thing about me, for the most part, since I was a kid, I kind of always knew where I wanted to go to a certain extent. Little things may have altered their course based off decisions I've made, but I kind of always knew outreaching with other people, networking, that's kind of always just been something that I've been good at. But updates on also me going through and dealing with anger, and also dealing with forgiveness as well. Um, I've also been able to rekindle a relationship with a family member that I have not spoken to in close to a year and a half. This person in particular, I took a little bit more time to reach out to them, just because I wanted to prepare myself for if I didn't get the response that I was expecting, or the I'm sorry, or the, you know, just sometimes as people, we expect people to be us. So I wanted to make sure that when I spoke to this person, I didn't have that expectation on them. So then I eventually reached out to them. We spoke. Things did not go the way I expected, but thankfully I prepared myself for it, so I wasn't really bothered by it or kind of bent out of shape, which sometimes I can be if something happens and I'm not fully aware of what's going to happen. Um, so it's been really nice. It feels like I've definitely been relieving a lot of pressure and a lot of weight and a lot of dead weight by not getting past certain things in my life, and kind of just moving on past certain people in my life as well. I've had challenges with making sure I keep people around that really are pushing me forward and really see my vision and are going with me to that vision and pushing me to get there. I have a really good friend of mine that we've kind of rekindled our relationship. Never that we fell out or anything. We kind of just lost contact due to conflicted schedules. But now that we're back communicating a lot and very often, um, hello, Andrew. And very often, it definitely has been very beneficial having her around. She's really been challenging me in my spiritual walk with God, as well as just knowing where I want to be and making sure that I'm not detouring from where she knows I'm trying to go. Um, so one of her challenges for me this week was to speak up more about the things that I feel. I don't like confrontation. I've never been a very confrontational person. So sometimes I can kind of try to maneuver around a hard topic, or maneuver around a tough situation, just because I don't like to have to converse and go back and forth. I'd rather just say, hey, this is how I feel and this is what it is for me. Explain your end and allow that person to tell me, and then we go from there. But a lot of times it's not, it gets heated. People feelings get rise up, and it just becomes an argument. And I don't argue. I kind of just, all right, slide through the back door and let it go. Um, so I've definitely disconnected from about 4 to 5 people within the last week, just feeling like I really want to make sure that those I have surrounded around me see the same vision as I do and really understand me and taking the time to get to know me. Um, I just don't want fake energy around. I don't want miscommunication around. I don't want stress around. Life is stressful enough. So, last thing I'm trying to do is keep allowing additional stress that doesn't have to be there. I've just been removing lack of people that don't communicate with me. That is one sided. I may communicate with them. I never really hear from them unless I say something first. So just kind of really taking a lot of freeing up my schedule, as you could say. Kind of just making sure that I'm not bringing anything forward in my life that's not going to push me even more forward, or at least just be comfort. And I think I'm really in a place in my life now where having a peace of mind is everything. And even though I'm only 26, it feels like I'm whatever age I am. But it feels like I'm constantly just kind of trying to push forward. I'm definitely trying to make sure that when I'm in my domain, in my home, that this is my place of safety, my place of rest, my place of peace. And that anything I allow into this home or into this space while I'm in my home, even if I'm in my home or on the phone or FaceTime or whatever, making sure I'm not allowing someone to disturb my inner peace, which obviously would impact my children as well. I'm not a type of person where I can be upset and then be happy go lucky with the next person. If I'm upset, it just reads through my entire body, my whole aura is just off. So I'm definitely trying to make sure I don't drag down somebody else's day because of what someone else did. Instead of just removing this person. And now I'm calm. I'm able to speak to this person correctly. I'm able to communicate with them. I don't have my face all scrunched up. I am a very facially expressive person. So yeah, I wear my emotions on my face for sure. Um, and it's hard to it's hard for me to fake it. I can say whatever I want on my mouth, but my face would be like, no, we're not really feeling this person. Or I'm not really feeling this situation. Or no, I'm not really over what happened. So I would challenge everyone to really let go of any dead weight. I don't care if it's people, I don't care if it's activities you like to do that just is something you probably shouldn't be doing, or it's money you shouldn't really be spending that you could be saving. Just cut off things that are going to hold you back from where you're trying to go. And that's all I have. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week.